You got a draft.
We have a draft Dragonshire game number 1 of the grand finals. And it's going to be BXA on the clock first.
All right. So first pick for BXA. Let's see how the bands play out here. Again, we've seen quite a few different things. Not sure if maybe Hal was maybe doing a little bit of the advanced scouting there. Maybe that's why he had to hop out for a hot second.
Let's quickly watch the VODs.
Shire of Dragons, our first map up. Once again, the bands for this set will be Brax's Throw Up as well as Battlefield of Eternity. A couple of good. I mean, listen, we've had all the staples up and available. We're going to get things started off with Dragonshire, so Volskaya could be a part of this as well as Infernal Shrines. BXA taking this ban all the way down to the end of the clock, and we start things off getting rid of Big Red Diablo off the board.
I want to know, okay, so we see the Maiev. I want to know if Rage Emoji has it in them to ban out the Tyrande, because I would imagine Broken Alliance is more than happy to leave it available here for themselves. But it's going to be up to Rage Emoji to make that decision, and it could leave open some other really terrifying stuff, but Tyrande being picked first in all 3 of our matches to start the night. Garrosh is going to be the second ban, so D and G out of here. Will it be Tyrande? No, it's Genji.
We see the Maiev ban. Once again, Maiev had like near 100% pick rate at BlizzCon. She's off the board. That's an Abby. And this is where you see the Garrosh ban come in. Obviously, Vader looked fantastic on it, but if you don't have the intention of first picking Garrosh, get rid of it. He may not make it through the second pick phase. He is really the next best tank. And Rage Emoji. Well, it looks like they might be pivoting into the push comp. We get things started with a Hammer and a Deckard Cain.
And surprisingly leaving up the Tyrande, going for that Deckard Cain, but this could just be a solo support Abathur. Like, there's so many ways Broken Alliance can go from this point. They could pull out that Tassadar Vala yet again and just go with that. So many things they could do. Bobo, what's the option? It's Tyrande and Blade.
Well, look at they go standard with the support. They need to figure out how to resist the early push here. Abathur comps being, sort of 4.5 heroes, if you will, in the beginning of the game, can struggle into run it down. And, that's what we may see from Hammer here. I wouldn't be surprised over on the side of Rage Emoji if they move into somebody who's going to be effective at murking. We could see a Greymane in the jungle. Maybe we get a Jaina pickup. And then on the flip side here for BXA, if they want to pick something that is traditionally good into Sergeant Hammer, such as Chromia or Li Ming, they're going to struggle in the wave clear department. So maybe they may need to pick something up a little bit on the front line. But there's Johanna and Zeritzel. But Rage Emoji, I feel like they're just a step ahead right now. And I want to see what BXA does here with the Abathur draft on the back half.
Yeah, I mean, they obviously need some damage. They need something for this Abathur to clone. That's priority number 1. And, is Blaze going to be the solo tank? We don't know there. Potentially a combustion game here up against Zeritzel.
I just want to see it. I know it's going to take... Oh, there it is. Okay.
Li Ming. So this is get a reset with that Pulse Bomb and get Li Ming going. Cloned Li Ming, double resets. This could be fireworks for BXA.
This is going to be a wild set of rotates. I don't think BXA is going to hold anybody up in the top lane for very long. I do believe what they may be looking to do here, and Zeritzel might break this up. You might just have a Tracer darting around the map all over the place looking to try to find kills. We're going to get to see this. Zeritzel maybe hopefully try to control the jungle. This is Urel pickup. Envy will be hopping onto the Goat. 2 very contrasting drafts. We got a Hammer potentially running it down. And then on the flip side, we've got this sort of wild, hard rotate, heavy burst comp with evasion on the Abathur here for Broken Alliance.
So, Bobo, do you see wave clear as being an issue here for Broken Alliance, or do you think they can get enough out of the Abby hat, some of the, spiced up oil from Blaze? What's your take on the wave clear situation here?
Well, they're going to put Vader on the Blaze, so it does look like Blaze is going to really be primarily concerned with bot and mid. And his wave clear takes a little while to get picked up, but listen, he'll be fine. He'll try to match the Johanna. This is a situation in which BXA is going to look to find picks. They don't have a choice. You know, they're going to have to, particularly pre-level 10, put a lot of pressure on Urel in the top lane. And, you know, we'll have to keep an eye on the Abathur build here from Evasion. Just a quick check over on the for the balance patch. You know, one thing to keep an eye on is that Abathur did go through a little bit of reduction of that popular healing build. Regenerative Microbes lost, I want to say about 8-9% on the healing. It did go through a little bit of a nerf. It does look like maybe Blizz starting to target that solo sub Abba build.
Still going to be the regen build, though, taking at level 1 for Abathur. But let's introduce these teams first and foremost. We have Evasion on Abathur. It's a top playing Tyrande once again. Maxorian this time on Tracer. Vader playing a Blaze. And we got Li Ming in this game, going to be picked up by Met.
And on the flip side for Rage Emoji, Jachuggy going to be playing the Johanna. Envy on the Urel. Noah will be playing the Zeratul. Caesar Salad is going to be on the Deckard Cain. And How Win is going to be playing the Sergeant Bama the Hammer. Oh, and eating a lot of damage.
Oh my god.
Speaking of hammers, Vader drops one.
I told you, this team is hot right now. BXA wastes no time. 20 seconds into the game, but that was the first second they had an opportunity to even throw damage out, and they find a quick and easy kill with that fantastic follow-up from Satat. And they're gonna get the entire wall in one of these towers down as well.
We talked about how they being BXA would have to rely on some unorthodox rotations. They have very little interest in top, right? Jarell doesn't push very hard. She'll soak and she'll get everything gonna go. Noah on her. Oh baby. Maybe need a party gift too there. Noah barely making it out. Maxorian flexing on the Tracer, but like I said, we talked about it. They're not concerned with top lane very much. They'll get somebody up there in time, but we see Vader and crew just setting up in a bush and just absolutely putting the sword to Sergeant Hammer.
I mean, Abathur's happy just hatting the tower and getting a little bit of XP from that. But here we go. Abathur is gonna burrow up to the top lane. Tracer's still soaking at mid. Here's the first siege camp being looked at by Rage Emoji. And should just be Zeratul all by himself. Noah gonna grab that. Shrine's active, Bobo.
Ooh, Maxorian going in, trying to bother the Zeratul a little bit. Didn't have a shield. Noah will use Vorpal to get a little bit of extra poke. This is standard cleave and VP Zeratul. It deals with the greater cleave at level 1. We also do have Emerald for Deckard Cain. Vader with the jet propulsion in. You can see Pops Pyromaniac in there just to be safe. How Win with the auto attack damage and a nice shot there from the combo of Tyrande and Li Ming, Satat and Met doing work.
Yeah, and I love seeing Met getting onto a hero that can really be destructive, playing Tassadar 2 games in a row. Finally gonna get to see him pull out some, big boy damage on Li Ming. But they're gonna have to play against this hammer, which the first time around was a little bit different for the job. Having the Li Ming up against a hammer is gonna feel really good for BXA.
Maxorian does have a bomb right now. They have not put a single body after doing his Abathur things into top lane. The concern has been bottom, where we do see a lot to run it down. Noah almost caught Evasion with the cleave there. Evasion knows his positioning. He's quite safe. Tucked away behind the wall there. A little bit of pressure on the hammer. This bot fort is the target. Well has gone. Both teams have moved into the level 4 talent tier. Nothing out of the ordinary here. For Tracer, we do get the parting gift, so a little bit extra burst damage. Tracer is scary with an Abathur hat. Gonna have to keep an eye on Maxorian, who has played the aggressive hero so well. Goes in there, actually does hit the bomb. There's the shield. And now the follow-up as they try to get on the How Win. And wow, Vader just bounced off of Hammer of Siege Tactics. Doesn't matter. Tyrande with a finish. Maxorian with a long way to go. Somebody's gonna have to get tower shots or Max is dead. There's the blank.
Oh, one more blank.
Trying to avoid the auto attack damage. Met's there. Tracer does eventually go down.
Yeah, Noah showing up, didn't even have to really do anything to the Tracer, but ended up being a lot more damage onto that fort, and such a huge priority being put there by BXA throughout this game. And they're only a half level away from getting the Mule, which should help this top lane out a little bit. So Abathur is going to really be able to start turning this back in the favor of BXA in just a moment.
Very well pointed out. Mule at level 7 will also help catch up in XP, but mid and top are completely owned right now. by the members of Rage Emoji. Noah's just trying to blink around. There's the Vorpal. Max looking. There's the...
He got him.
Yeah, but he's low. The poison's there.
Oh, yeah. One for one.
Took the dot there. Yeah, took the dot there for the mule. That wound up doing it. Mule up in the top lane. Zeratul at level 4, rending cleave an additional 40% damage over 3 seconds. That's why Tracer could not have been saved. The one thing for BXA to keep an eye on, they are well behind in experience. They're up just 1 kill. They've had a couple of missteps with the Tracer. There's the jet propulsion onto Decker Kane. Caesar Salad trying to get away to Chunky with the peel, and How Wind there on the hammer. Looking to just pound away at Vader on that Blaze.
Yeah, Met has thread the needle on some damage a couple times recently.
No bomb.
In that bottom lane. Gonna defend the top Mule cooldown. I want to keep an eye on it because that thing's gonna keep coming out, and it should be able to save that top fort eventually, especially if Tracer can stay up here and kind of be the nuisance against Yrel. Zeratul is gonna come in response, making the rotation up there as well.
Max needs to be a little careful there. Hadn't smelled out the Zeratul rotation just yet. There's the jump in from Yrel, and that's a great owl from Satana. Actually did wind up finding Zeratul. There's the bomb onto Yrel. Still low. Max has his recall. Still waiting on this. He's got a hat. Met is here. If Tracer goes down, this is going to get cleaned up. No way. All right.
Oh.
Max eventually gets traded up, but Met with the resets and the pre-10 against Yrel. He should be able to find this. There's the hat from Abathur. There's another kill. That is top. So the Sun Shrine goes on over to BXA. Just Chuggy making the move here on the bottom lane. This is a 3v2. Vader has a long way to go. In fact, he does not know how to get out of here. He's just trying to put some damage on Decker Kane. How does he get out of this?
He's dancing around. He just wants to find an avenue to get past Johanna, but can't. So Top doing a good job supporting here as well. Of course, that oil helping him survive a little bit as well. Does he have Pyromania? No, Jet Propulsion gonna hit a body. Now stuck in the roof from Decker Kane, and Vader, you're gonna fall. Yes, finally. The level 10.
There's the Lornado. What a play by Caesar. Salad Met shows up a little bit.
Top. Look at this though. Li Ming, all she needs is 1. She can get 3 out of this, but not gonna get any of it. Is Met. He can't find a kill.
Wow.
And it's gonna be a triple for Rage Emoji, really swinging it around in that bottom lane.
And Noah picks up the first dragon. Boy, Sergeant Hammer, someone give her a field commendation. Just how when just standing there. It has the Deckard Kane for the help on the shield pot to level 4. That, I mean, what a sequence there. How many times did we feel like one of the members of Rage Emoji were going to go down? But I got to give a shout out to Chuggy. I mean, we talked about how well Johanna controlled that point. That really looked like the key. Vader had no way to get out of that choke point for what seemed like an eternity.
Yeah, really well played. Unfortunate for BXA, they didn't have their level 10, so couldn't get the cloned up Leeming in that fight, because that definitely would have secured the triple kill in their favor. But instead, really swung this game open. And we talked about this being a team who had not been dying in their previous matches this evening. They've died 7 times in 7 minutes here in the opening match of this grand finals, and they really have to start thinking about what they're going to change to get back into this game. Having that level 10 Avatar is one thing, but they got to find some sort of way to get these kills started.
You can see Tracer putting a little bit more attention on top lane. There's the Lornado. Everybody should be safe on the side of BXA. They have the clone Li Ming actually making the move. Vader. Wow. Chuggy with the Blessed Shield to interrupt the jet propulsion, and everybody moves away. Clone will expire shortly, but for Rage Emoji, they are looking at the 13 talent tier advantage.
Well, clone down, that's pretty big for Rage Emoji, knowing that they have freedom around the map for a while. They also have their level 13, so you can see why Evasion wanted to make that play and try to find something, but being down this talent tier, now they're going to have to get creative. They're down a body for 50 more seconds, and they're going to have to relinquish some of the camps around the map. We'll see if Zeratul wants to make a play onto the other Bruiser, but wouldn't be surprised if they at least push through the Siege Camp bot and then take the Bruiser down the neutral Bruiser on the bottom.
Yes, I don't know if Tracer can hold this with Avatar in the top lane. This fort might go down. It's a perfect opportunity to make a move for the neutral camp in the bottom lane, and that is where we see Rage Emoji move. Johanna, Deckard, and Hammer down there. So top out, a little bit of info with the Owl, but I mean, that's not going to deter Howwin and company. BXA now almost 2 full levels behind in experience. 30 seconds before the temples activate.
Quick play moving in. Ooh, Zeratul and Yrel might have been thinking about getting in on that Bruiser camp, but Scouted out by an owl and didn't want to make that play. But now bottom lane with a hammer, with a siege camp, and a bruiser camp.
Yeah,
and great zoning here by Johanna. No one's getting through. That fort's down. Now this bottom keep wall is going to be an issue. Still no level 13s for BXA.
Abathur in the top lane is actually not just going to push with the camp. He's going to channel up in the top lane. Tracer's in the jungle. Looks like Noah and Maxorian are going at it a little bit there. Excuse me, that's Envy. Noah down in the bot lane there with the Zeratul. Hasn't made too many plays, and this is actually might have been Nerazim Zeratul was mistaken. I thought this would have been a VP. Vader boxed in by the Lornado. No one quite stepping up, though.
Oh, he's still on.
Hitting like a truck. That might do it. Max has got a long way to go. There's the bomb.
Okay, second time in the game they'll trade.
So, like, when the recall comes through, Zeratul doesn't have a way to get back on a Tracer, but Maxorian was just on the wrong side of Zeratul there. And the only way through was the cleave. But, hey, man, get the counter kill, you get that comeback XP a little bit. This is a 15-13 situation where BXA has a small window which they can force a fight. They might be able to go for it in the bot lane.
Well, they just baited out the armor from Hammer, so if Abathur wants to bring the clone out, now might be a good time. How though, look at how much pressure he's putting on as his backline Hammer, and there's a pause. No.
Yeah, this is the first time I have seen this specific player, but Jachuggy on the Johanna, disrupting them from doing anything. I know, with Johanna's, I mean, that's your responsibility, right? Protect your backline. Don't let anybody get in behind you. And this, like, 3v3 fight in the bottom lane really, like, shows where sometimes Blaze struggles a little bit. He doesn't, have the ability to get to Hammer unless he goes through Johanna. Anytime you're in that Johanna v Blaze matchup, if you see the windup on Blaze, just pop Iron Skin and Jet Propulsion gets no value. Right. So it looks like we'll have a quick pause in there. But the 3v3s are not working out. It's very difficult to get the Hammer with Blaze and Deckard Cages eating Li-Ming's ability to lay damage on.
And here we go, back into
Pyro.
Action.
Had to use Pyromaniac. There's the clone. Now they're working on Johanna.
Bursted down. Iron Skin not saving her that time.
Met's trying to get the Caesar Salad here. There's one more orb. Coming out of the timeout. Momentum here for BXA. 8-7 in terms of kills. They are down in terms of the talent tier. Here's Noah showing up. Satat is gone. If Zeratul can get a combo off. There's the Vorpal.
Oh my god. Blaze. What happened to Blaze? That just floating hammer damage?
That's Hammer in the combination with Zeratul at 16 getting the advantage. The unstoppable there for how when the bomb goes off. Envy cannot protect Hammer. The armor was not there in time. Maxorian trying to find a way out. There's the shield from Abathur. Tracer looking for the dashes. Technically, this can be channeled in mid, but this is just a 2v2 fight in the bottom lane with Abathur doing Abby things. Maxorian trying to build bomb back up about halfway through. Here's the righteous hammer from Envy.
Deckard Cain's out of mana right now. He needs to be careful because no more support coming from the old man. Met in trouble. He's no mana. Darrell finishes the job.
And Maxorian should be up next. There's the bomb on Kane. Oh! Caesar Salad gets traded out. Blessed Shield and Maxorian gets traded out as well. This should be a direct. Tracer going for a ride. You can go hang out in the stables, young lady, for a couple of seconds. In that team fight, one thing to keep an eye on, Met went for the blink, and I think he went just a little bit too early.
You might be asking at home, why doesn't Abathur just burrow up top? No vision anywhere nearby. Finally, he's going to get there.
Oh, Noah.
Look, Noah, at the right time, blasted is the skeletal slug. He's down in the flash of an eye. I mean, this is definitely going to be a dragon, and quite possibly, once they get through that keep, I mean, we could be talking about game right now with this lead.
Yeah. The owl just missed. Boy. Noah having a field day on the Zeratul. So we highlighted, what I thought was going to be the Void Prison build. He pivots into Might of the Nerazim, and it gives him so much stronger single target burst. And when you get to level 16 with Zeratul, Void Slash is one of the biggest power spikes in the game. 18-16. Look at Noah getting that damage on with a double up on the cleave. Maxorian low has to tap. Dragon sliding on up. Certainly looks like Howland's going to get the keep. Murda, you think this winds up being game?
Oh, well, they're going to need the clone here in defense. There it is. Li-Ming coming out from evasion. They're going to protect this keep. This Dragon Knight's actually getting melted. Toronto doing a great job with the Hunter's Mark. Chuggy now popping Iron Skin, trying to finish the job here. Blinking in is the Zeratul. They finally get down the keep. Clone is down as well, though. And with these health bars so low for BXA, they got to abandon the fight, which really would have been a great opportunity, but without the health, they just couldn't take it.
Zeratul with one combo, the blink in, the Q might have the Zeratul Q just ripping the cleaves on any of these members of BXA. Even Blaze can be a little weak to it. He doesn't really have the armor. Vader's low. He should be gone momentarily. Even though Ancient Blessings come in there. Zeratul just wreaking havoc. There it is right there. You can see the damage. He just takes Li-Ming, what, 100 to like 20? Just with one blink combo.
Look at this Tracer.
Has a bomb.
Has the movement speed, has the blinks. Says, all right, I'm staying in. Bomb out on your rel. She's
damage. Okay. These cleave combos are just so big. Maxorian again, low in terms of the bomb charge, but starting to pick up steam. He's back up to 60 on the charge. I mean, BXA, with their ability to just threaten every, not every member of the team, but quite a few members. I mean, they could just get a kill in a snap decision. It's made it very difficult for Rage Emoji to kind of finish this game off. However, the 20 will be near. Maxorian going for the blink. There's the Ardent Defender. It didn't absorb a lot of damage, though. And Met can't quite follow up. Urel lives. That's a long cooldown trade.
Yeah, that's a long cooldown. I like the trade in favor of Tracer there. This bottom lane, this should be fine. It might take a little bit of damage, but they need to focus on getting everything they can on the map right now. They're so far behind 2 full levels.
This is a problem. 90? They've got a Kata, Giants, and a Camp going up against a Mule.
I mean, the Mule will get it back up. They'll be fine in the long run.
Where the worry comes in is that the lane is pushed so hard. If Rage Emoji can pick up this dragon, they have easy core access. So yeah, absolutely, the Mule will wind up healing it back up. But like BXA, they have nothing in the way of the dragon marching down this bottom lane.
And now they have to do it up against level 20, which is the bigger problem. They're going to take the fight down bottom. Pulse Bomb at 52%. You do have the clone available, but this might be the best shot BXA has for the rest of the game. But here's Zeratul looking to do some disruption right at the start.
Keep an eye on Zera. He's got Twilight Falls. He's got rewinds on rewinds on rewinds. Good shot from Met. Howlwind sliding up. There goes Noah. There's the bunker to try to deal with the Scroll of Sealing. Starfall came out as well. But with the 20 talents here, Rage Emoji, I mean, they just need to back up.
Evasion trying to get in there, but every time this clone comes out, Rage Emoji is just straight backing up and not taking the fight, Bobo.
Zeratul, if he jumps into this bush, this is insta-jib. There's one. Looking for Satat. Yep, waits the Vorpal out and gets it. And rewind and gets onto Met. Vader will be next. Maxorian, you are one blinky lady, but you are not going to prevent this game from being over. It's just Tracer and Abathur, and 5 members of Rage Emoji barreling down bottom lane.
The Mule coming up in a last attempt. There's the Ardent Defender, and Bobo, that's it with consider it an ace when Abathur is not an option. All the heroes are dead for Broken Alliance. The core is being assaulted. Game number 1 to your number 10 seed, Rage Emoji. We're going to have to see what happens in game number 2.
Absolutely. I don't know if that was a talent adaptation by Noah. Because typically you see Might of the Nerazim used with like a little bit of a different build. But grabbing Might there was just fantastic. He absolutely decimated. I mean,